Thank you for joining us. Today we're interviewing our founder, Lena.
Hello?
So you started this, and it was originally Prism Paranormal.
Yes.
What year was that again?
Presidency Paranormal Investigations of Southern Michigan, and started that in Ypsilanti, in Belleville area, in 2007.
Been doing this quite a while. What was your scariest encounter?
Hmm, Probably when I was 5, but that's the reason I got into it. Because I've just like kind of like the sixth sense, I guess. I see dead people, I talk to dead people, I hear them, and sometimes I know things that are going to happen before they happen. And so I used to tell my grandmother, and my grandmother said that that was a gift and to keep it to myself because people would think I was crazy, and that she also had the same gift growing up. So then as I got older, I was like, well, it's going to face my fears. And me and my sons and some of their friends, we decided to start a team up, and we started doing investigations. We did investigations from Florida to all over Michigan and Arkansas.
What's the biggest place that we've ever done?
First one we did was Waverly Hills Sanitarium in Louisville, Kentucky. And then the second one was Michigan State University. They asked us to come into Child's Auditorium and investigate that because their theater, and they said that a lot of the students had issues, and they wanted us to come in and prove whether it was really haunted or it was just their imagination.
Any other places you'd like to investigate?
I'd like to go back to Waverly Hills, truthfully, and just spend the whole night there. We actually,
By ourselves,
yeah,
not the way we did it. I
yeah,
would like that too because it felt like we were getting rushed from floor to floor,
hmm,
and not nothing against them.
they were good
They
hosts.
were good hosts. It was just we picked to do the tour, and I think we should have picked to rent the place for the night, which is a little bit more pricey, but
Hmm.
I think it would give us more time to set up more equipment and have more time to investigate because we did get rushed from floor to floor. I mean, they did leave us alone for the most part, but there were some times they needed us move us for the next, and they kept us separate from the public, which was nice.
Hmm.
So
We did get a lot of information from there, though, and we had got a lot of things that had happened. We seen a doppelganger,
yeah,
and which was of my other son, and he wasn't even in that section of the building at the time. And then I got hit in the back of the head, and nobody hit me in the back of the head except for something that was not there. And then we actually went in a room. I think you was with me. I'm not sure.
but we did later find out that there was bats flying around there. So the hitting in the back of the head could have very well could have been a bat wing catching you.
Yeah, but the K2 meter, when we were asking the doctor in that one room, we kept that and the what do you call it? Can't even think now.
Thermometer.
Thermometer. Anyways, we kept asking them to raise it to a certain temperature, and every time we did, they did, and it said it was a doctor that had worked there. And there's other things too. The 305, there was where that nurse supposed to hung
Mm-hmm.
her. We actually had gotten audio from that. And I think I know everybody else had different things happen.
I thought personally we were going to get more from the death chute and from the morgue, but we really didn't.
Yeah.
Um, we didn't get a lot of from there. And then a lot of the stuff too we had to rule out because the public was either above us or below us.
Hmm.
So there was voices coming up the staircases from other people, and so we, like
Yeah.
I said, it'd be great to go back as a group.
And
You
I
know,
promise not to slam you into the the refrigerated area for the dead people again with your head. That was the funny part. He
push,
went,
pushing me in the morgue. She shoves the whole thing in, and it just goes all the way in. My head goes bam. I'm like, ow.
but you got to realize we're in the dark. We don't see nothing. I mean, the cameras were seeing stuff, but we were actually in pitch dark too, so I didn't see his head. I think the thing that creeped me out the most, though, would have been in Rockledge, Florida, at Ashley's restaurant. That's the one that freaked me out the most because they said that a long time ago, I guess back in the 1930s, there was a train. Well, the train tracks are still there. That a woman got killed and got hit by the train behind the restaurant, and then other people complained in the women's bathroom that they would see women with button up shoes from like the 1920s and stuff, the old button up shoes under the stalls next to them, and there'd be nobody there. And so, anyways, I went in the women's bathroom trying to see if I could get the spirits to come out and maybe show themselves or say something. And so I was doing EVP, and when I was doing the EVP, I asked them their name, and I got a woman that said her name was Anna. And then I waited, and then a few minutes later, I said, "What did you die here?" And the next sentence, I got a complete sentence, and it said, "I see Jesus," and that sent cold chills up my arms. And I was like, "Wow." Then we were doing EVPs outside, and I didn't find that out till we got back to Michigan. But when I was sitting there, I was saying the date. We were at Ashley's Hotel, Rockledge, Florida, and I was getting ready to end the EVP session because I didn't think I was getting anything. And so I was saying the date and time and everything and ending it. We get back to Michigan, and right before I click off the recorder, I hear this male with a creepy voice, and he goes, "Dirtbag." So I just figured, well, men don't like me when they're living, and they don't like me when they're dead. So that's the joke to that one.
When we were doing the Soup Cemetery, it seemed like some of the ghosts weren't just from Soup Cemetery. They were more specific to just you.
I've had, well, like growing up, I've had spirits that follow me from wherever I live. No matter where I go, the spirits end up where I live. It doesn't bother me anymore because now that I've faced my fears and I know death is really not nothing to be scared of, they just seem to follow me. And some of them I think I know. Like I think one is my mother that raised me. She's not my birth mother because we have seen her actually float down the hall in the house that the kids kind of grew up in, and I did grow up in. My oldest son and me both seen her float down the hall. Another one is an ex boyfriend I was actually supposed to marry, and I think he watches out for me. And then I've also got one person from our tribe that I was best friends with, and I've actually heard him say, not at the cemetery, but I've actually on the spirit box heard him, tell me his name and stuff, so I know he's still around. So yeah, I got spirits. My grandmother, they follow me around. They're my spirit guides.
So I think some of the things we wanted to do tonight was kind of let you try to communicate with some of them and see if we can get some responses. I think that's what we had set up. We're also going to set up the REM pod. We got the REM pod behind you.
Laser
Okay.
grid behind us as well.
Laser grid behind us. We got the thermal camera to see if anything comes around us. It's running too. So we're going to try to see if we can't find anything or see anything. So there you go.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to call any of my spirit guides to come forward. If you'd like to speak to me, I know most of you like to protect me. I don't know if all of you like to protect me, but also know that once we sign off, you are not allowed to follow us, touch us, or do anything that could harm us. Is any of my spirit guides here right now? Bird, are you here? Grandma, are you here? Grandma, are you here with me? Get another? Dick, are you here? Dick Nuremberger, are you here? Dick, I know if you're here, I know you protect me. Anybody's out here, please say your name. I'm just here to talk to you. I'm not here to harm anybody. I have Little Wolf with me. Grandma, if you're here, he's turned out to be a big boy. Did you just say wolf?
I believe we got a REM pod sitting behind us somewhere if you want to touch it.
Yeah, behind my chair there's a RAM pod, and if you touch it will go off.
I don't know exactly where it's at.
It's right behind my chair. You have to speak up if you're going to talk to me,
Is it on?
because you know I wear hearing aids. I can't hear very well.
So all you got to do is touch that REM pod behind us, and it will go off if you want to let us know you're here.
Okay. Go ahead and touch it. It won't harm you. It will just make that noise you heard a minute ago, and some lights will flash.
Anything you want us to say to anybody? Who the heck is that? I'll be right back.
Is there anything you would like me to tell anybody?
Who the hell was that guy?
Dick, I think I heard you out there. Could you say something again? Let me know that it's you.
What's he coming up here for? Huh? Oh,
Does anybody want to say anything to me? Can you see the fire?
mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check.
Is any of my ancestors with me right now?
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Did you get anything, Ma?
Who's with us right now?
I actually have a computer version of this that plugged in the computer and has an antenna, and you can do this on the computer. REM pod on the computer too. So when we go to major sites, I'm actually going to hook that whole system up to a computer, and then because I got that portable
What's your
computer,
name?
and we'll plug that in and use that one. I haven't played with it to figure out how it works yet, but Jim White. That's the second place we've heard Jim. You know why, Jim?
I know a lot of Jims, but not. I know a lot of Whites, but not a Jim White. Did you say I could have called?
Who's Jim White? Where are you from? Where?
Marvin.
You're from the Lake Shore? The Lake Shore Apartments?
Or are you from Huron Lake? I know that's where Dick had moved before he passed away. Is,
What did that say?
was that you, Dick? Dick, if that was you, I'd like to hear from you.
Adam.
Was you with us that night out at Soup Cemetery?
That's not Sparks because Sparks would go straight up. See how that's going? Away from her. They'd be more further up.
I know we talked to some spirits out at Soup Cemetery. Are any of them with us tonight?
Now it keeps flying away from her though. I mean, it could be Sparks.
David Cadillac, are you with us tonight?
I don't want to win now. Weird, right?
No, you can touch this RAM pod behind me, and that'll let us know that you're here. It won't harm you. Can you show me that you're here? Can you say any of our names?
Son of a bitch.
Show us a sign that you're here.
Okay. I need. Oh, God. I need another battery. That battery's dead again.
4. There's 4 here.
We got.
If there are 4 here, can you please tell me your names?
Holy crap. That's running through batteries. Mom, don't ask something for a second.
To my spirit guides, there's times we're going to need you to help us find some missing people if you can.
My wife.
Your wife? Who's your wife? You can come stand out by the fire if you like. Touch the REM pod that's behind me. If you touch the REM pod, it won't hurt you. It will flash some lights, and you can draw some energy from that.
That one's too good.
Are any of the spirits here right now?
Is she getting anything in it? No. Maybe it was just the cemetery.
I think there is a couple voices.
Oh, God.
I keep hearing what it sounds like saying Dick. Is that you, Dick? I've heard it twice now. I do miss you. I wish things would have worked out.
3.
Yes, I'm freezing. How did you know? Huh?
Say goodnight and call it a video.
Huh?
You would say goodnight and call it a video.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, thanks for coming through and speaking with us. And we're going to let you go for tonight. Remember, you cannot follow us. You cannot attach to us or anything of our equipment or anything. And thank you so much, and goodbye.